Anywho, hey Nat. Okay, so
Hey, Nat.
you did the tour of. What was your track, as we see in the business?
Track was technically ensemble, understudy alphabet, but because I was replacing somebody who broke her foot, they just made me learn the ensemble track really fast, and I never got to really learn the alphabet stuff.
So you never got to go on for alphabet?
Never got to rehearse it.
I guess that's fair. So then we're hiring you to understudy alphabet, but we never will actually teach it to you?
Yeah, because it's so fast. Because the girl had to come back after she broke her foot.
So can't they not come to the Broadway show?
Maybe. One day.
Oh my God, how annoying. Now that show always has technical problems. Anything happen technically that needs to know about?
Yeah, well, there were times when, I don't know if you guys know in Popular, like, the shoe rack is supposed to come in, and I was watching the show one day after I had done it for a while, and I was about to leave, and there just was no shoe rack, so, like, Glenda had to be like, oh, just kind of pretend, like, technical stuff happened all the time. At the very beginning when the witch with the flame, the very beginning.
Scary thing.
Yeah, wasn't there, projectors weren't working.
I guess
we were tech.
Yeah, because also people don't really know what the show's supposed to be. They don't notice that kind of crazy mistake. Anywho.
Yeah.
Now, you know, people always think being a lead role is really difficult, but isn't it a nightmare to be in the chorus, especially in that show? So the costumes are like, what's the hardest thing about being Wicked?
Actually, there was only one quick change, surprisingly, even though we had a lot of costumes.
I mean, wearing that stuff, isn't it a headache?
Yeah, we had, oh my God, during tech, we had to wear, because we dress our shiz costumes under the opener, and I think it was February, so
no, shiz is like, you know, when they're in school. So the opening
school costumes, and then the opening is like the mob costumes, and we were like sweating. We had to wear costumes for 10 hours of 2 layers of so much money.
What city were you in?
Which what?
What city were you in?
Florida.
Oh, so it was boiling hot
as well.
perfect,
yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, Fort Myers, yeah.
And what was your note on?
The alto one.
What's what?
Be flat! Just
be natural.
Yes.
Just saying.
You know everything.
Oh, so you weren't crazy.
No.
But you can't sing soprano too, though.
Yeah.
Too.
Liz Fleming.
Exactly. We all heard that on the bus, dear. Okay, worst New York audition so far? Any good, terrible, horrible, problem?
Ooh. You have so many and then you can't think.
Certainly you were devastated.
What'd you say?
Certainly you were devastated at an audition. Speaking of auditions, I literally had a movie audition today, and I was like, kept rearranging the time, and finally, like, I kept harassing my agent, and I got a new time, and then I finally read the script, like my audition scene. Okay, literally, that's what I had to prepare. Who are you? Who's the girl? I was like, I'm auditioning for a movie that has 6 words? Like, you can't just like watch one of my stupid videos online and decide if I can play the role or not. And I spent so long negotiating the time that I go back, calling back, and I'm like, I'm not going in for this. Who are you? Who's the girl? Who's this? Honestly, radio people, that was my finger. I know you can't see me.
That's hilarious.
Anywho, you were saying horrible auditions. I guess you haven't had any now. I guess you're perfect.
Oh, well, no, I have funny like costume.
Okay, go.
It's the only thing I can think of. But right before, after No Good Deed, when Alphabet sings again, and then the little, I forgot what they're called. Let's say it's a scrim. They're not wheels that separate. And then there's the mob that's like rah, and then it's like
the witch.
Yeah, go and Hunter. So one day I was like really early, and I was normally always running late because we have a 20-minute break. So we undo our hair and we like put on regular clothes underneath so we can leave the theater because it's easy under the mob. Yeah, so people can leave.
You have your actual
jeans rolled up, easy to leave.
So any of you people with X-ray vision look underneath those costumes.
Yeah. Easy. And then I was ready really early, and then this girl was like, she comes up to me like, what are you saying? And she's like, you have no wig on. So I had a wig cap on in place, like 8 bars, ready to be like, wig cap. All of a sudden, like, I sprint to the wig room, sprint back, and I was like, right. I mean, can you imagine if I had a wig cap on?
The crazy
worse.
That's hilarious. Speaking of early entrances, there was during Will Rogers Follies. Remember someone took over the role of Ziegfeld's favorite? Is that the character's name? Remember she was married to a certain famous tycoon, billionaire tycoon. Anybody? She has alliteration in her name, 2 M's. Anywho, so she's standing backstage, and you know, like when you're stage managers, like when they have a lot of cues, like you're backstage, we're like Q36, go. Q37, get ready, go. So like that's what stage managers always do. So this actress was standing in the wings, like 15 minutes early, waiting for her cue, because it was like her first night on Broadway. She's like a nervous wreck, and she's like saying by the stage manager, and he's like, Q38, go. She's like, what, go? She literally just clankety clunked out on stage 15 minutes early in the middle of a scene. They were like, why are you here? She's like, oh, I clinkety clankety clunkety clank, 6'3" model. Anywho, what are you gonna sing this last song?
I'm gonna sing The Spark of Creation from Children of Eden.
I'm obsessed with that song. However, I know this whole different beginning, like precious is the dun dun. What the hell is that beginning? What is this beginning you're giving me that I've never seen before in my life? You've never heard of the beginning of Spark of Creation? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Like precious is the... I've never seen a sea of blank faces except for you during the showdown. Okay, here we go. I don't know how to do this beginning, and it's a crazy time meter. It may be
We're just gonna wing it. 7-4. We can skip it if you want.
It's 7 epic. No, let me see what I can do. I went to Oberlin.
Is that what he said? He went to Oberlin. Where did you go, Julie K?
Cincinnati.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it.